And welcome along and welcome back to Stone Valley. We are headed down to the contract office this morning because we have a new contract available to us. We have had a fairly quiet January, to be honest. No contracts coming in for us to do. So this is the first one that's come in for a while. We are still having some problems with people snapping up contracts as soon as they come in. I mean, literally they appear and they disappear immediately. So we are very, very lucky to have got this morning, and it looks like the equipment is already here for us. So let's park up. Yeah, we'll park up over here outside the shop, and that will then do us fairly well. We've still got the cans of DEF sitting in the back there. So yeah, whatever contract we've got and we're taking on, it looks like it's a challenge with this Challenger. And oh, nice big John Deere planter, that one. So let's have a word in here and see what this is. And so, yeah, we have a contract to sow cotton in field 21. Should be a fairly easy and decent one for us to do. We are going to need about 3,000 worth of materials. So we'll go and have a word with the other, or in the shop, about getting hold of those. But yeah, should be pretty good. Should be a fairly decent piece of kit, that one. So let's just walk around here. We can check what's available as well on offer as well. See what is here. And yeah, so the first thing I need to do is we need to buy a couple of pallets of seeds. We reckon... It reckons about 3,000's worth. So I'm gonna buy 3 pallets because even if it isn't 3,000, we should have enough then to do that. Also, what's available for sale at the moment? There's a Massey Ferguson 7710 available, 175 horsepower. That's pretty good. There's a VF Hydro Trike. This is awesome. Oh, if only we were already set up on our cow farm, because wow, would I be grabbing that Hydro Trike. That would be an awesome piece of kit to be using. I think I want to try and use, there's a big class one that came as a DLC early on in release that I actually want to get on here and use for spreading the slurry, because that will just fit really, really well. And then there's a Lemkin seeder. So yeah, nothing really we can afford or want to use in here, because we are at this point in need of getting our cow farm. So we need to do more work towards that. But now we do have 3 things of seeds. Where's our ladder? There's our ladder. Let's jump into this. So yeah, Challenger and a tracked tractor, something I don't think we've had on here yet. So that's a nice little change of pace. It is February, so the ground is a little bit hard, but I think we're all right. And they wouldn't have sent us out here today on this contract if this was going to be a problem. So we'll pull this forward and refill that. I think this will take all 3 of these, which would be good. Yeah, load these up. And with that one loaded, I'm going to have to maneuver myself a little bit. It should be a fairly easy turnaround with this, looking at this piece of kit. I think this will work fine. Last one. And that is that one in as well. So we got 89% full here. I know that the shop will take back any seeds that we don't need. In fact, no, our contracting company, the people who we use to do the contracting stuff, will pay us for the extra seeds. They will use those for another contract. Now, where are we headed for this? And have I turned the wrong way? It does seem to be out that way somewhere. So let's turn around, I think, and head back up that way. Where exactly is the field we're headed for? Oh, right up the top. So, yep. this should be a fairly decent one to get started with. Now, as I mentioned before, the contracts at the moment are really thin on the ground. We are still having a problem with contracts appearing and disappearing as soon as we try to grab them. And so, yeah, getting a contract is, as soon as it appears, is imperative at the moment. We did manage to grab this one. It is a decent one. We are going to be planting cotton here. So that should be fairly good. No idea what our variable seed rate should be on here. And best way to do this is probably to go backwards. Yes, we want to slowly reverse our tractor, help the whole thing unfold, and then I can line myself up at the side of the field. I don't know how long this contract is going to take me. This is a fairly big thing. It's a fairly big planter. I don't think we are right at the edge of the field. No, we can do going out a little bit further. We are right at the edge of Stone Valley, though, for this. So it's gonna be fun getting... well, it gives us a nice square edge, actually. Now, people have been telling me that there are different settings that I can go for in my GPS setup. So we'll turn the GPS on. We'll go into here. And what's been said is if I switch to here and I go A+ heading, I can set A+ direction, A+B, or A+ heading. So let's set my direction. I want to be at 270 degrees. So we'll set that absolutely there. So set A. Brilliant. Can set this to 90. So set my cardinal. There. There. And my lines. Perfect. That is really easy. So that is wonderful. If you want to set this up really easily, that's how you do it. Right. We set that there. We have cotton set. Let's turn it on. Drop it down. And away we go. And look at that. Cotton is going down into the ground. And we are off. So our seed usage rate is actually higher than I expected it to be. But we have got at the end of the first row, and we're only 2% of the way through this field. That is really quite interesting. That's a lot higher than I was expecting. So I'm going to spin around here. Really maneuverable, this tractor. But that is both a blessing and a curse, because it means we can turn around a lot sharper than I expect to. And at the same time, means that I can end up being a lot further round than I mean to. Can't shake the feeling something very odd is going on here. We are quite a way into this field. By this third row, we are not even 10% into this contract. It would be annoying if the only contract that we have available to us at the moment is bust. I reckon we're at least 25% of the way through this field, if not more. And currently reading it 8%. I know there's a big bank of trees cutting into this, but it sounds to me, or looks to me, like that there should be more to this field than we're currently working on. We're finally 10% complete on the contract, and it is not 10% of the field. 10% of the field should have been our first row of planting. The fact that we are a third of the way through, it could be like other fields that we've had around here, where the field is just has a weird setup until you get most of the way through it, and it works itself out. So yeah, I think we're in for a sudden leap in the back half of this field. Given the size of this field, I'm fully expecting that the farmer expects us to do the headlands, or at least most of the headlands. So that wouldn't surprise me. We're now up to 38%, 40%. It's just jumped 2%. So yeah, something is odd is going on with this field. And I'm definitely expecting that it will complete by the end of it. But it's weird numbers and everything must be being caused by these trees over here. We're now only 3% away from 50% of the way through. I think we've only got about 4 or 5 rows left to do. But it's still really close to being halfway through this contract. And as we go further into this bit here, there we go, 50% complete on what must actually be 2/3 of the field. Now that I'm less concerned about how well this contract's going and don't need to worry quite so much anymore about whether we are going to be able to complete it or not, we are in a position where we are having issues with contracts. We're not looking at a solution to that for a while. My best estimate is just under a month, just prior to the release of the Vermeer DLC. I think we'll get an update, and knowing that Giants are working on the issues with contracts, it looks like we will get a fix for the current contract bug that is plaguing us, especially on this series at the moment. So it may be a case of I can sort of muddle through, but we're getting very piecemeal contracts at the moment. I think it might be a case of trying to do something else. If I was able to, I would buy the cow farm now and would go from there, and that would keep us nicely busy getting that set up sort of early this year. As it is, we are going to hit about 200,000 today, I think. By the time we complete this contract, we'll still be 50,000 short. We're still going to need 50,000 in order to buy that dairy farm, and that's before we put a single cow down on it. So very much looking like we're going to be doing this probably until I would say April or May on here. And then I think we will just about have enough money to purchase that dairy farm. The other thing that would be a possibility here is abandoning one of the premises of this series and going and grabbing a loan if we continue to have problems with the contracts. I'm very iffy about that. I don't want to suddenly borrow money up to the hilt. I really like the whole point of this as a challenge is to go and earn every single penny we have on our farm up here in order to do a proper survival setup. This is a proper survival setup where we have a really old truck, and then we have to use our farming prowess to go out there, do contracts, and not borrow any money. So yeah, it's a tough one. I think it would be grand to do that, but if contracts are not going to be available to us, I see no other way of earning money on here. 94% complete, and I am just reversing up here so that, oh god, this is really fiddly, so that I can get this headland done. I don't know if, I think we're probably going to have to get both headlands done. We will see. But yeah, the percentage has just climbed and climbed and climbed over the back half of that field to the point where we are nearly complete. The percentage complete on here is weird. It is very, very weird. But we have got a large amount done. We're down to our last 75 litres, and I don't know if this is going to be enough to complete this field. I'm kind of hoping it is, We're up to 95. No, we are going to be just short, aren't we? It is going to be maddeningly short. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are out. Well, 97% done. And I'm going to have to go get the truck with a pallet of, seeds on it. So, I've got these 4 barrels of DEF on here. Let's open the back of this, because I need to unload all these. We don't need these on here. We'll put these at the back here. This is sort of our temporary yard. We've been given this bit of space around the back of the contractor's yard here to store our stuff. Unfortunately, they wouldn't give us access to any of the sheds, which is annoying. So these are all locked up and unavailable to us. But they said, yeah, park your equipment down here. That'll be fine. Now, I'm going to go to the shop and see if I can buy a couple of bags of seeds. I don't want to buy an entire pallet. There's no point in us doing that. So, yeah, I'm going to go and have a word in the shop and see if we can buy just a bag or 2 of seeds. So here we go. Yep, we can indeed buy a bag of seeds. This has 50 litres in it. I think 50 litres for £50. We need to buy a couple of these. 100 litres. Do you know what? I think I'm going to get 4 of them. Let's buy 2 more. So 200. It's more expensive than buying a whole pallet, but on the upside, I won't have to buy a front loader for my tractor quite yet if I'm buying these. So let's put the rear gate down. Pick up our bags of seeds. We can just load these in here like this. And I like this. This is absolutely farming at its best. Grabbing bags of stuff, sticking them in the back of your pickup, and taking them down to the field just to get that last little bit finished off. There we go. Right, close her up. Let's get into gear. And away we go up to the field so that we can get this cotton finished off. Having this TLX 2020 on here has been incredibly useful. Just having a pickup I can move stuff around with has been brilliant. And then you get the interchangeable back bits and it works even better. Now, lots of people have multiple times, I think I've covered this in previous videos, told me that I should be using the back section to cart fuel around. We're going to pop down the side of the field here, through the bushes. And yes, I agree with that to a point. It is not a huge fuel tank that you can add to the flatbed. Plus, it gets rid of the flatbed setup that I have, in that I can't have my nice large roll bars here with that. Let's open the back. There we go. I wish I could open the back from outside. But we should be able to pour these in. So let's jump up here. Whoa. That was impressive. I'm going to jump in here actually and open those up. Because that is, yeah, I don't want them just suddenly closing on me and don't know what was happening with the seed there. Right, let's turn this over. Because it falls out a certain direction. That's what I think happened. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's quite a long walk because I haven't parked this right next door to it. And because I can only carry one at a time, it's taking us a while to do this. But I am enjoying doing this. I love the whole flying off into the ether if I get the bag the wrong way up. And one more. There we go. Because we put 2 full things into this. Hey. There we are. There we go. Those are all full now. We will turn off our truck. And, oh no, I need to close up the back and then turn off the truck. There we go. And then back into our tractor. Turn it on. Burst it up a little bit. And away we go. Am I going to hit my truck? No, I'm good. I think we're a bit close to the paintwork. But I think we're good otherwise. And we are 98% done. Actually, going to the edge of the field, we are 99% done. So, is this side here going to finish this off with... Oh, wow, we've used nearly 50 litres of seed already. Just doing this bit. There it is. Okay, I only needed 51 litres of seed. So, yeah, we had way too much. But we will get a refund for the seed that we've got in here. So that's good. Let's reverse this up. And take it off the field. And as per the last one, because we've got our truck up here now, it'll get picked up from down here. Park that there. Perfect. Right. And let's complete this contract. Oh, I've got to go down to the shop. We have to go all the way back to the thing and give them the keys for this, of course. And then we can complete the contract. So I am going to head back down to the contracting office. And when I get back down there, we can complete this contract. As I said, we'll get a little bit of money back for the excess that we got, and then we will be able to well, we'll see where we are. We may end up just shy of 200,000, I think. Back down into town, and we are gonna park outside the contract office, to go and complete that, and B, to see if they've got any new ones for us. So there we are, 17,000, but we've spent 10% of that on leasing the vehicles from our contracting company. 127 is our reimbursement for our seeds. 15,452. Let's collect that. No other contracts available today. And we are just £250 shy of 200,000. That means we are within 40,000. What do we got? We have we are within, yeah, we are 48,000 short of purchasing that land there. What we can purchase at the moment, field 30 is within, field 29, field 28 isn't quite. We have our original field 25 that I was talking about is now well within the amount of money we can pay, or that we can get. 26 is not within. Wow. So field 26 is not. Field 31 won't be then. It's such a pity that this farm here, I would love to grab this farm here, but it's connected up to field 31 up there, and so we can't afford to buy it. That is only 56,000, but I think, what is that area there, actually? Let's go and have a look at that, shall we? It's worth having a drive around. We've got a free afternoon. We might go up and have a look at that dairy farm and see whether it's worth it as well. But first, I think this area just north of here is an industrial area. Yeah, in here is all the factory stuff. It's where our grain, it's where the grain mill is. So yeah, and we've discovered recently with contracts, it's not worth us owning this until we can actually afford it. Or until we can actually afford our own land, because contracts no longer go into a location and give you the stuff into there. So that's not going to be usable for us. And yeah, that is the area absolutely that we are standing in right now. Field 20 is, yeah, everything else is well out of our price range. There's that house there, which is 24,000, which is too expensive. Well, it's not too expensive. It just wouldn't give us anything. Yeah, and there's not much else anywhere else for us to look at. So we're back to the possibility. What is up there? Maybe. Field 25 though is still a really good bet. Would be within our target. I think it depends if we get any more contracts. If we get contracts, great, we can use it. We can go and continue on to here. If not, this might become viable again. I am just going to take a drive up here though and have a look at that area, because I think that area there's a gas station up there. That is only 95,000, so that's even cheaper than 25, and doesn't seem to have anything on it other than just a fuel station, which could mean it's a farm. Oh, this is actually looking quite promising. Look at that. Is that sheep? Well, this is definitely a farmyard and definitely a house. What animals have we got in here? Yeah, this looks a lot like a sheep area, and possibly a sheep farm. Not a huge amount of space for us to do other stuff with. I mean, there's a little patch of land out this way that we could possibly use. Certainly we could cut everything around it. What have we got over here? And we got an area over here actually. This must come with it. So yeah, we could look at this area out here. Is this part of here? Could we clear this and make sort of a small farm area? Let's have a look. So, not quite. Although it is part of the outer part, so we could pull this into it. Yeah, no, actually, there's a decent sized amount of land out the side of this, that we could possibly get rid of a couple of trees as well, and go here. So there's a good question for you all. Yes, we've already started work towards the dairy farm and bought a feeding setup and everything for that, but we do have a fully working farm here that would actually be pretty cool. So I'm interested to know what your thoughts are. We've been working towards this dairy farm for so long now, and yeah, what's the ground state like up here? It is... it doesn't give me any indication as to how good the ground is, whereas this does have a field on it. So yeah, actually, let's just so that you guys can compare and contrast, let's head down to the dairy farm, and you guys can see what we get with that, and we can compare it with the sheep farm, which is 2/5 of the price. So this is the dairy farm I mentioned earlier. It doesn't come with that barn there, but it does come with the house, with that cow shed there, I think. This shed here, a grain store over here. So as soon as we get some excess, it says it's a grain store here. Where do we tip into it? Somewhere around here is a grain store. Or is that... oh no, that's So fuel tank we've got there. Over here is our slurry pit. So, yeah, that's where the slurry goes. The big thing going for this, though, apart from 2 massive silos, is this. This has a water trough here and everything, but it's basically an unused cow field, I think. Either that or it's a horse paddock. If it's a horse paddock, we will pretty much immediately sell it. If it's a cow field, well, it's very open for a cow field, is all I'll say about that. So that's got a large area there, and then we've got the large barn here, and then I think... Do we have another... Yeah, we have another shed down the bottom here, which has a workshop in it. So, I mean, there's a lot more value to this farm than there is to the sheep farm. There's a... Yeah. It's going to take us longer to get this, but this is going to be a very good area to get started. And possibly we can reconfigure this to fit how we want perfectly. What's in here? Yeah, you see more shed space. So if we're looking to start a very large farm, then this would be perfect for us. And we've got an automatic milker down the other end. Yeah, this would be absolutely brilliant. But it is quite a big undertaking to get to this point. So I want to know what your feedback is. What do you think we should do? As always, you guys help shape these series as much as I do. And yeah, for now, I'm going to leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.